Oh, it's time to grab your glasses, family. It's time for us to get started. I'm so excited. Sitting up here, Kid Magic Rock. Shots out. Here we go. Drink your water. Come on, drink your water, but first, take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Drink. Or should we say, breathe, then drink. All right, family, make sure you take your breath. Welcome to the Daily Spark, family. I need you to like, share, subscribe. And of course, make comments, family. You hear something that you like, type in Ashe. Let me know what sparks your interest. Of course, we got our haiku for the day. We got our proverb for the day. We got our algorithm for the day. But the thing that's burning up my mind is the fact that people are celebrating that we have our first trillionaire. Oh, family, on this day of faith. Oh, what you place your faith in. Oh, what do you place your faith in? Faith in the dollar, faith in the system, right? And we have to pause and look at the depravity. Is it depravity? Look at the madness of there being a trillionaire being lifted up in this country. When we have homeless people, when we have people struggling to buy groceries, when we have people struggling to have gas, to get to the place where they can be workers in this system. We have this system celebrating because they have their first trillionaire. Now, for those of you that really don't understand, because really, family, these numbers are just numbers we throw out. We don't understand the magnitude, the impossibility of trillion, right? I don't even want to say impossibility because nothing is impossible, but I really want you to think about trillion. We say someone has a trillion because most of you really don't understand a billion. We could say it. We hear Jay-Z rhyme about it and be a billion. You know what I'm saying? My ethical billionaire. I didn't hurt anybody getting what the fuck? How in the world? Listen, family, a million is 1,000 thousands. Now, I want you to understand that. A million is 1,000 thousands. That means that if you have $1 million and you spend $1,000 every day for 1,000 days, I don't think you understand me. You spend $1,000 every day for 1,000 days. You have no interest. You just got that $1 million. You spend $1,000 for 1,000 days. 1,000 days is somewhere around, it's a little bit over 2 years. 3,000 is 365 plus 365 equals 600. Is it 600? Is 730 somewhere around there? And then you add another almost quarter of a year, so it's somewhere around 2.25 years. You got 2.25 years to spend $1,000 a day, and we can visualize that. But I want you to understand, a billion is 1,000 millions, and I might be wrong. So we have a million is 1,000 thousands. We have a billion is 1,000 millions. A trillion is 1,000 billions. Family, what type of games? What type of games are we playing with, and we allowing these people to play in our faces? We have people struggling for daycare. We have elders struggling in homes, and some of them who have fought for this country, and we had the audacity to brag in front of people about him being the first trillionaire. It's madness. It's madness. And all of us need to be outraged that we could allow a government contractor to extract $1 trillion out of the economy of the United States. Come on now. I want y'all to think about that. Because really when it comes down to it, Tesla, SpaceX have government contracts, or they had government set-asides, or they had government credits because they were creating technology of the future. These companies are built up on welfare. So we don't have welfare queens no more. No, ladies and gentlemen. We have welfare kings. They doing it big, right? So everybody going to be shouting about the brilliance, right? But now I want to get in the front of this. And I'm going to calm down. This is why Brother Hot Tip need a script. This is why I took away. This is why I stopped doing the script, right? This is really why I love the scripts. I know because the scripts, and this was code about the scripts. The scripts take us back to the Giammi writings. And those of you that are interested in getting more of the Giammi writings, more Brother Hot Tim writing, you go to my author's page. It's in the description. It's in the bio. You gonna get all that. But listen, let's pull up off of that for a minute. Let me share the proverb of the day for you. Right? It's an oldie but a goodie. We're gonna give it a round of applause. Matter of fact, let's stop. Family, I want to say greater mighty to you. I came in hot. I want to say greater mighty to you. We are on the day of Imani, right? This is the last day of the week of Kuji Chakalia, so we want to clap it up for the Kuji Chakalia babies and those who've been taking the deeper lessons of this week, right? So, with that being out the way, now let's move to the proverb of the day. The proverb of the day is an oldie and a goodie, but I don't remember using this one. I might have used it for something else, but it says, if you think you are too small to make a difference, try spending the night in a closed room with a mosquito. If you think you are too small to make a difference, try spending the night in a closed room with a mosquito. Come on, get that one. Give a round of applause, family. Listen. Because I want some of us say, oh man, we in the world of trillionaires. I'm too small to make a difference. I'm too small to make a change. Come on, fam. We can't, no. We the stubborn minority over here. In fact, I want to thank you for joining us today on Giammi Journey Media. This is the home of the stubborn minority, the place of your calling. Of course, you know we are Heart of a Simple Production all day, every day. We strive to blow up your old place. Many of us think, family, listen, government, any government, is not supposed to be led by the quote-unquote strong, quote-unquote the uncompassionate, the quote-unquote the most systematic. The government is supposed to be run for the people, right? It's supposed to be run to benefit the people. It's the government is supposed to put the roads and take care of the sewers away from the houses to make sure that the water is clean. They make sure that law and order, right? Those who are strong don't take advantage of those who are weak. To make sure that the people that's making the so-called billions and millions are not taking advantage of their workers, which they are in many cases, right? And we got to be very clear. It makes no sense, because I want y'all to think about this. It makes no sense that a worker, somebody who works almost full-time at a Walmart, should have to apply for welfare. Come on now. We got a lot of welfare queens and kings, but they don't fit the picture that a lot of these people are out here painting. And we need to start painting these pictures, and we need to start having these discussions aloud so people know that some of these people are hustling the system. The very same things that they want to condemn us for, they're doing. They're just able to get away with it. They got legal loopholes. And as soon as they get done with it, they're going to make those loopholes impossible for you to achieve. But anyway, now, so you got the proverb of the day, which speaks to the fact that you're never too small to make a change. You're never too small to make a change. Now, let's go to the algorithm of the day. Because I want, family, it's late in the day. On the monies, when I get up, I forget that I be having calls in the morning. And if I don't get up and do my show before the calls, I'm not doing the show until after 1. It's after 1 right now. So y'all getting this show late. You know what I'm saying? So I'm putting it out there. But the algorithm for the day. So when we talk about Imani, the focus for the days of Imani is overcoming doubt and a program of fear. So here is the algorithm for the day. I see victory before the battle even begins. Come on now. I see victory before the battle even begins. I see victory before the battle even begins. That is the algorithm for the day. So let's see if we're going to get into any of that in the discussion. So now, you got your algorithm, you got your proverb. Family, I'm really interested in you. I'm interested in what you think about these things, all right? Your ideas about the proverb is, if you think you are too small to make a difference, try spending the night in the closed room with the mosquito. I'm really interested in that. You can comment on the thread that you are on, or you come over and join us on in our Telegram group and drop it in the proverb of the day part where we discuss, as well as we have the extended write-up for the proverb of the day. And the algorithm for the day is, I see victory before the battle even begins. So now let's get to the haikus, because I don't want to hold y'all up too long today. The first trillionaire was celebrated in West. Sign of the Great Fall. Family, there's no way that money can continue being piled up at the top, being taken from the bottom. Right? But like, brother, how are they taking money from the bottom? Because a lot of the government resources are being drained by these people. A lot of infrastructure is being used and overused and abused by these people. The environment is being punished and poisoned by these people, right? And then these same people turn around and say, we need to cut government spending. We need to stop helping those who need help. We need to stop being compassionate, because compassion is why the West failed. Right? Crazy. It's craziness. And we celebrating the first trillionaire. Some of y'all out here actually celebrating because you think that there's room for you to become a trillionaire. But family, if you have $1 trillion, that money is coming from other people. You don't need $1 trillion. Hell, you don't need $1 billion to live a magnificent life. Right? Not saying that you shouldn't have aspirations, but your aspirations need to be able to deal with other people, because, it's lonely at the top. It's lonely. You know what I'm saying? It's for them. It's lonely at the top. Why? Because who can you trust? Who can you talk to? Right? I just want y'all to think about that. The West is celebrating the fact that they had their first billionaire. And for me, that is a sign of the fall, because we have all this money hoarding at the top. We got trillionaires. We got 100 billionaires. We got tens of billionaires. We got billionaires. We got 100 millionaires. All these individuals are basically looting the economies in the countries where they are. And because capital doesn't need a passport, capital travels all, they're robbing the world of resources. And people are going to start noticing and start feeling, and this will be the beginning of the fall. This will be the beginning of the fall. Now, this next haiku He's going to speak on something that I want to hit on. The myth of richness shines light on Mansa Musa and not his people. See, because a lot of us, even us, we sit around, we say, the richest man in history was Mansa Musa. Is that true? Is that an African mind state that we're looking at that from, or are we looking at it from our enemies and through our enemies' eye, where the king has control over everything and everything belongs to the king? We didn't do that, because if Mansa Musa was like that, there possibly would be no Islam where he was. It possibly would be no other religions, no Christianity. None of that would have been there, but all that was allowed in Mali. You know why? Because rather than the people belonging to the king belonged to the people. The king was spending the people's wealth. So Mansa Musa was not the richest man in history. Mansa Musa might have had the richest people in history. Come on, we got to be clear about that. And we have to start changing the conversations. When we start hearing, oh, no, no. Let's be clear. It was the Mali people. It was the people of Mali that made Mansa Musa what he was. And he was just a representative. And in many cases, he may have took advantage of the fact that he was able to, but maybe his people allowed that for him to make his Hajj. Because we don't know how many people traveled with him on his Hajj and how many people benefited from his Hajj. We do know that the outside world benefited a lot from it, right? It put an X on our backs, right? So we got, because like I said, a lot of times I look at Mansa Musa and I be like, God damn, that's a sucker, man. But that's me. You know what I'm saying? And I know some of y'all be mad if you want. You know, if you mad, put a mad emoji in there, say what you want to say. You know what I'm saying? Mansa Musa to me, when you really start looking at the history, was very suckified. You know what I'm saying? In fact, you know what I'm saying? He was so busy trying to impress other people that he took the wealth of his country and transferred that wealth to other individuals, mainly Central Asians. I'm just saying. Y'all can be mad at me if you want. That's not a sign of wealth. That's a sign of foolishness. So I'm sorry. And it wasn't his money. It was the people's money. Now look at those countries in that area where all that gold came from. Did that gold ever make it back? Okay. So the myth of richness shines light on Mansa Musa and not his people. Is that man haikuing? All right. America brags about the wealth of a few with so many poor. It's only so long that you're going to be able to do that before the guillotines and the pitchforks come out. I'm just letting you know. And many of you, and this is what's crazy to me, right? Y'all don't even pay the soldiers well. God damn, stupid, right? Like, it's getting to a point where everybody that is not a millionaire will not be able to live here and not be in servitude. See, please understand that. That's what's coming. And this is what's shocking to me about many of our white friends, right? Who voted for this. You don't realize that they're not just talking about enslaving black folks again. You do realize that, right? Okay. All right. Maybe you don't. You know what I'm saying? But if you don't, I'm here to tell you. They're not just talking about us. They're talking about anybody who does not fit into that class that they are in. If you don't have the money to stay out of bondage, guess what? So family, we got to be very clear in what we're dealing in, and we got to understand. And this brings us back to the principle today. This brings us back to the algorithm. We are on the principle of the money, and the question that I want to ask each and every last one of us is: what do you place your faith in? Do you have faith in the money? Do you have faith in the government? Do you have faith in your people? Do you have faith in other people? Where do you place your faith? Right? And how do you operate in a world where so many people believe in money and operate in the story of money as if money is God? Or you having money is a sign of the pleasure of God in what you do. Right? So at one point in time, we had people vilifying those with money. Now we have switched the argument to where those who have an abundance of money are blessed by God. And the question for me is, why would God deal with a currency controlled by men? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You know, I'm just saying. I'm just asking. Why would God deal in that currency? Have many of you really identified the wealth in your life? Have you found where your wealth lies? I know where some of my wealth lies. I'm still identifying other areas, but I have wealth when it comes to sitting down doing this writing or sitting up here doing these conversations with you, right? And eventually I'll get back to the script. I'll get back to the script. Now, also family, practice today seeing Imani. Seek out Imani. For those of you that's new, we already discussed how those of you who are more advanced, what you need to do as far as Imani and the day and the week we are in. We're in the week of Coochie Chocolate, how they interact. Then we can look at the cycle. Then we can also look at the year. For those of you that want more information about that, hit me in the Telegram group. I'll tell you how to use that whole system. Begin in your conflicts, in your confrontations. I need you to start seeing the victory before the battle even begins. This is one of the crucial steps in when we're building our, what we call it, the concept of players pyramid. When we're building up, we have to know that we are going to have victory. We have to be able to see the end of this, right? Mama Margarita always ends when she speaks to us with, we will win, right? We might not know how the win is going to come, but we have to know in essence that we will win. We have to see the victory. We have to know that victory is there and is coming, and we have to be willing to work towards it, even in the darkest moments, even when we feeling small, like the proverb talks about. Matter of fact, as we are feeling small, we need to irritate like that mosquito. We need to be able to make something happen, because the mosquito, regardless how deep you are in sleep, the mosquito will wake your ass up and make you move. Not just you, but other animals as well. We have to understand the power of being small and understand where our power is and learn how to utilize it. All right, yo, I ain't gonna hold you up. This is Brother Hot Tim. I want to thank you for tuning in to the Daily Spark. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, most important, comment, family. Also, let me know what you think about the proverb of the day. Also, let me know what you think about the algorithm for the day. Be sure to like and join the Telegram group. Be sure to get your T-shirt representing the principle, your principle, right? Get your Nguza Sabanera map. All that stuff is in the link. All you got to do is link up with Brother Hot Tim, and I will hook you up. Yo, this is Brother Hot Tim, and guess what? You are now listening to Giami Journey Radio. This is a Heart of a Symbol production. Where we strive to blow up your old paradigms.